The headlines: House lifted state of emergency. Tunisia migrants shipwreck, death toll reaches 112. Hello everyone, this is OBN. I'm Anukali with the news. And it is 29th regular session. The Ethiopian House of People's Representatives has lifted the state of emergency which was imposed 4 months ago, rather. Ethiopia's cabinet has approved a draft law that would bring an early end to the 6-month state of emergency imposed in February. The government said law and order has been restored in the country. Thousands of political prisoners have been released and other reforms promised. The move to lift the state of emergency 2 months early shows how far Ethiopia has come since the new Prime Minister, Dr. Abiy Ahmed, came to power. The House passed the draft bill with majority in favor and 8 abstentions, and are reported. Ethiopia declared the state of emergency 2 times in 2 years, and now this one is has been lifted earlier, 2 months earlier. That is, it shows the progress in the country. Information Network Security Agency INSA and the Ministry of Communication and Information Technology have agreed to work together on common issues that would benefit the country. The institutions agreed to work together on satellite security and ensuring security of development infrastructures, among others. Director General of INSA, Temasgent Runa, said both institutions worked in unison to realize the national mission at the country level. Minister of Communication and Information Technology, Ubah Mohammed, also said it would be worked hard to achieve the national objectives in the sectors. We got the information from INSA. The Koka drip irrigation project built by the aid from Israel and the United States of America has been visited. Mukhtar Haji has more from Ena's file.
The Israel ambassador to Ethiopia, Rafael Mubsad, his country would support Ethiopia to boost the vegetable products in the country. The Koka drip irrigation project has been visited by delegates headed by Ambassador Rafael. The project has been built for 900,000 birr by Israeli and American aid projects. On the visit, Ambassador Rafael said Ethiopia needs sophisticated irrigation technologies to scale up income from irrigation development.
The system will give the full irrigation to the plants, so that's very efficient in terms of using water. Another advantage is that it does not require any maintenance for at least 15 years. So it's in this sense it's very cheap to run it. And therefore this system actually can be installed in any place where you have a source of water and sun. And Ethiopia, you have all the time you have sun, so that's very, I think, a model for irrigation in many places all over the country.
State Minister of the Minister of Agriculture and Natural Resources, Dr. Yasu Abra, said Ethiopia has been working to develop vegetable and fruit production through providing awareness on how to benefit from modern irrigation.
Successful agricultural transformation requires 2 fundamental conditions: productivity revolution and successful linkage with markets. GTP2 has clearly set targets for crops, fruits and vegetables, and livestock productivity and production. The envisaged market shift in crop productivity is to be pursued through 3 tracks. The first track is to raise the productivity level of the majority of the farmers to the productivity level attained by the model farm.
On the visit, some farmers in the vicinity said they have been benefiting a lot from the project.
I've got 2,700 birr from 2 hectares of land by selling seeds. I've been enjoying better income.
Drip irrigation, best experience from Israel, and the Israelis made that Middle East desert green by using this drip irrigation, and that actually conserves water. Professor Ezgiel Gabisa, an Oromo scholar living in Michigan, United States of America, said the change being observed in Ethiopia is promising for the continent. Professor believes that the Oromo people has great responsibility in pacifying and developing Ethiopia. Let us read the story.
In an exclusive interview with OBN through Skype, Professor Hiskel Gabisa from Michigan in Kettering University said the work being undertaken by the Ethiopian government is encouraging and promising even for Africa.
There is progress in the country, which is important for our people as well as for the Horn of Africa. What has been seen in the country is promising to maintain peace.
He noted that more is expected from Oromo people so as to succeed in the ongoing progress in all aspects.
We need to live in a country where there is freedom. We want it not only for Oromo people, but also for other people of Ethiopia. However, as a large nation, we have a great responsibility in making Ethiopia a peaceful country. We have something what we have to contribute to this country as we did previously.
Professor Hiskel called on all Oromo people to work for the realization of the already started journey through accommodating nations, nationals, and peoples of the country.
Our people should accommodate the other nations that dwells among them.
The professor urged the diaspora to come back to their home country and contribute their share in the development of their country. He also told Oben that he is ready to serve his country coming back to his homeland.
On my part, I used to give lecture frequently going to my country. I also wish to do that. I think I will come back to my country within a short period of time as much as possible. I am ready to teach in different universities in Oromia.
I remember once Professor Hiskel Gabisa told our reporter Fukadu Amena that the name Coffee Arabica should have been named as Coffee Oromica because coffee was first found in Oromia. I said, wow, thank you, Professor. Economist Dr. Gutu Teso appreciated Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed's impact on the economy of the country since his coming to power. Olma Baina has more on that.
President of Oromia Scholars Association and Economic Development, who is also Director of Operation at World Vision Ethiopia, Dr. Gutu Teso talked to OBN in an exclusive interview concerning economic improvement after the new Prime Minister appointment. Dr. Gutu said economic and socio-political improvements have been seen after the new Prime Minister came to power. As we know, there have been many obstacles on economic and socio-political aspects in the past 2 and 3 years. But after the new Prime Minister has come to power, various improvements have been seen. Security had been a chronic problem in the country before a month. However, there has been better situation after the new Prime Minister came to power. Dr. Gutu underscores that the new Prime Minister has been making remarkable negotiations within the country and abroad.
Dr. Abiy Ahmed
If we see the work that the Prime Minister has done before 2 months, he has been traveling to many parts of the country like Gambela, Mekelle, Ambo, Ethiopia and Somali. He has been discussing not only with the leaders but also with the community too. If we think of this, it is best for every development. Security is best for everything. It is impossible to think about development in a country where there is no peace. He had also been traveling to abroad as well. Dr. Gutu stressed economic improvement comes when security is fully guaranteed. Economic and development improvements are sustained only when security is guaranteed. In the past 2 years, there was political economic tension. When political situation is unrest, it immediately affects the economy. So there is great improvement in calming this tension. The Prime Minister hasn't opened any company or industry, but he has been bringing remarkable improvement in security. Therefore, the trade process that had been challenged due to lack of security has been moving well. This is economic improvement. He noted huge resource of the country is manpower. A resource that is greater than any other resource is manpower. It is this resource that was imprisoned. In the world, there are economic resources like land, labor, and capital. So releasing such huge number of human power from prison has its own role in economic improvement.
Welcome back. Now to the news from North Africa. The death toll has risen to at least 112 people after a boat packed with migrants sank off the coast of Tunisia on Saturday. The International Organization for Migration, IOM, said on Sunday it was reported that some 50 people had died after it capsized. 68 others from Tunisia and elsewhere were rescued by Coast Guard. The country has become an important new route for migrants trying to make the crossing to Europe in the past year. This comes after moves were made in neighboring Libya against human traffickers who have regularly enslaved, tortured, or murdered migrants. It was 5 miles from the Kerkena Islands and 16 nautical miles from the city of Sifax, the Interior Ministry said. One survivor said that the captain had abandoned the boat after it started sinking to escape arrest by the Coast Guard. An IOM spokesman said each passenger on the fishing boat paid $700 to $1,170. The BBC reported. The issue of this illegal migration is becoming worse, and the world community should work against it to tackle that. Many thousands have died in the Mediterranean over the last 2 or 3 years. Thanks for watching. Have a good time. Bye-bye.